Hello, Central Illinois. Washington again facing a Chicagoland power tonight. The Panthers hosting the Ramblers of Loyola. Here's some of that snow Tyler and Brian were talking about. Yeah, we'll be shoveling, but we saw some great basketball tonight. Washington right here hustling ball down the court. Avery Tibbs gets the three-point play as the Panthers seem to be cruising in this ball game. They would actually take an 11-point lead. Danny Gaudet inside scores for Washington, but the Loyola would not go away. They're only down 2 when Avery Tibbs hits a three-pointer to put Washington up by 5. But back again comes Loyola. Emily Naraki with the bucket here to put Loyola up by 2. They trailed the whole game. They're up by 2 now. Washington would call timeout. They'd get the ball and bounce to Avery Tibbs. And Tibbs, our athlete of the week, takes it all the way for the game-tying hoop. We're going to overtime. In overtime, Danny Gaudet, what a tough shot. Double-teamed, scores the go-ahead bucket. Later, Danny scores again off the Mazzy O'Brien assist. Danny had 20. Washington wins it in overtime, 53-45.
I think it's a really good win for us. It's really good for our experience, especially playing on the college floor like this. So shout out to ICC and Coach Redeker. So, yeah.
We'll have more with the Panthers coming up on overtime. Peoria, Notre Dame, and Dunlap in a fun game as well tonight. Peoria, Notre Dame up by 1 at halftime, but Amaya Gully heated up. She scored 13 second-half points for Dunlap. And then Kiara Haywood with the three-pointer as she had 21 points in the game. Key was on fire for Dunlap, but Notre Dame won this game kind of going inside. They played great interior defense, and here they go inside to Cora Hines, who finds Izzy Corey for the bucket. Later, Emmy Wardle will find Cora Hines as she picks up the defense, finds Cora Hines for the 15-footer. Then it's going to be Lexi Bear with a jumper as Peoria Notre Dame grabbed the lead, and Emmy Wardle made sure they kept the lead. Wardle was 8 for 8 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. She had 18. Irish win it. We'll hear from the Irish on overtime. Big 12 conference game had Richwoods taking on Normal West this evening. Kayla Heron is going to score the bucket for Peoria. Richwoods right here. She goes through the Wildcats defense and a little hesitation move, gets all the way to the bucket for 2. Then Kanaya Todd working the baseline for Washington, for Richwoods, hits the jumper. I got to slow down a little bit. Braylon Ellison hits a 3 right here from the wing for Normal West. Then Avery Dodge, the three-point play as she's wheeling and dealing in the lane. But Peoria Richwoods pulls away and wins big. Heron on the fast break, no, but Haley Davis on the other side with the rebound putback and the bucket. Later it's going to be Heron with a 3, and Richwoods gets the win. A little step back here, pretty. Richwoods wins at 69-43. Great battle in the Heart of Illinois Conference. Perennial Powers Eureka and DMAC meeting in Mackinac tonight. And DMAC got the fast break going. Dalia DeJesus leads the break, gives it up to Ellie Ware, who goes back to DeJesus. Nice pass by Ellie and the bucket by DeJesus. Ivy Edwards had 11 for Eureka. She's going to drive through traffic. Nice little move there for the bucket. Then Skylar Knapp gets into the lane. She had 10 points for Eureka, but Dalia DeJesus had 19. Riley Durbin's going to get the assist inside to DeJesus here for the catch and the finish despite the double team. Later, DeJesus dials long distance. She had 19. DMAC wins at 46-35, a big conference win. Now to boys basketball in a Middle Illini matchup. Washington hosting Pekin. Coach Eric Schermerhorn's Panthers got a big game from James Johnson. Johnson's going the long way home. The reverse layup. Then a little more direct route by James Johnson off the steal. He is going straight to the rack. Doing little chin-ups there at Torrey Gym. Pekin comes back. Xavion Pirtle with the strong drive in the bucket for the Dragons. But James Johnson had 17, and Luke had 20. Luke Kaminsky, the beautiful drive and scoop layup. Then James Johnson's going to find Kaminsky for 3, and Washington cruises to the win 70-39 Washington. Tremont hosting Williamsville, and well, this is a tough game for Tremont. They had some nice highlights. They're going to get a tip in by Andrew Dawson here off the miss by Griffin Meeker. Dawson's there for the tip. Later, Miller Reynolds is going to throw it ahead to Dawson for a fast break hoop, but this Williamsville team very, very good. Graham Emick's going to hit a 3, but it's not enough. Williamsville shoots down Tremont 67-42. Well, tonight a very special night at Olympia High School. Olympia dedicates their wrestling mat room to Mike Manahan. Tonight the Manahan duels, all of these schools that competed. Mike Manahan either coached or helped start the wrestling programs at Hayworth and at DMAC, and coached at Normal U High, and coached at Bloomington, was a Bloomington wrestler, an ISU wrestler, and just a legend in wrestling. At age 83, they named the wrestling mat room after Mike Manahan. How cool is that? And one of the coolest things tonight, 1983 grad General Donald Carpenter calling Mike Manahan a great American hero, gives him a flag that flew over Kandahar. That's terrific. The Jim Dandy is next. Way to go, Mike.